7 years in YouTube already. I started October 9th, 2008, a month or so after I started college in Washington. And I kind of remember it like it was yesterday, you know. I remember my very first video was a little slideshow of edits of my character DJ. You know, I would edit a DJ face in these random pictures I found on the internet. And the music that was playing was the Joker's theme from The Dark Knight. Kind of weird, but and then they silenced the video due to music copyright and all that, so I just deleted the video. I still have it in my computer. But yeah. So yeah, this is a special video. As you noticed, I used my retro intro. The very first intro that I used, and you can tell it's Windows Movie Maker. Very weird stuff, man. WMM is very simple, yet amateurish, which is why I'm glad I have a better equipment. And it's cool. It's very cool to see how far I've come, how much I grew, how much I've matured as a person and an artist. And so, yeah, I wonder how many of you have been there since the beginning, since 2008, 2009, around there. I remember a few people, but now I think they've gone and left. Like, Snidecast, I remember him. He was like the first British guy that was constantly watching me. And, I remember a girl named Mr. Frog Comics. You know, she's also, I think she's also a British girl, a British person, but you know, she kept making these comics about her character, Mr. Frog or something. You know, she said that I inspired her and all that, but it wasn't until like summer of '09, maybe spring of '09, where she just stopped, and I just haven't seen any of her ever again. Just why I know it's bad to think, but I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like thinking, oh man, is she dead or something like that? I hope that's not the case. I really hope she's alive and well. Maybe it was just a phase, this whole comic stuff. But I'll tell you, no, this channel wasn't originally intended for, you know, showing off my Jeff and Taylor stuff and my comics. It wasn't really intended for me to show my face. I just wanted to make weird ass videos and slideshows and show it to the world. I remember the very first night I uploaded the DJ slideshow. Fell asleep, woke up to see how many hits I got. I got so excited that I got 5 hits. That meant, theoretically, 5 different people saw my slideshow. I felt so excited for that. Right now, my videos, especially a video like this, would make 300 to 400 hits. I know I'm not the mega popular guy that I wish to be, but it's something. So yeah, my very first videos, like I said, the DJ slideshow was my, well, minus the intro. DJ was my first official video. Then the next one was a tour of my studio at home. Yeah, I think so. And what else? When I was at home, before Christmas vacation, I recorded myself talking about excuse me. Don't yell like that, man. Okay, but I was talking about this video game, a Super Nintendo video game, Aliens 3. I was talking about it and doing a little review, thinking that, hey, I'm gonna do Super Nintendo reviews. That kind of failed. I don't have the video anymore. It got lost. It got deleted. I definitely would re-upload to show you guys, but I didn't put. But man, I did show a little bit of my comic, episode 5, and I'm like, oh, you know, this was way back when before I had the confidence to be on camera. I mean, as soon as I saw this camera right here, I was kind of shy, very shy. And I was like, well, you can see this is my comic called Jeff and Taylor. And yeah, so it's very weird stuff. But even in the very first video that I uploaded with me showing my face and actually talking to you guys, all dressed properly, and talking about my comic. It's called My Comic Preview. Yeah, it's here in this channel very early. If you can go to videos and actually click on oldest to newest, you'll see it. My comic preview, preview of my comic. That's the first video where I actually really speak in front of people, and yeah, that video is getting a lot of hits. If I can check, just ride with me here. Yeah, it should be the third one. My comic preview. 26,000 hits. That's amazing. Sorry, I keep doing this little this little gesture here. You know, that alien sky. Talk about Alien 3. And I just love that meme. So yeah, after that, I showed off my posters. Then the slideshow of my 08-09 pictures. A little slideshow music video of the West End Girls. Back then they were called the Bad Girl Foursome. Then the next video you see a tagged video with me, my stupid poofy hair and my stupid clean shaven face. I look like a young Indian douche. I'm not Indian or anything, but in this little thumbnail in this video I look Indian. But there's nothing wrong with that. It's just weird. That's not me anymore. So there you have it. It's very nostalgic to think about all those videos and what I thought of, my different ideas I had. Like I said, it wasn't intended for me to be talking to you guys in front of the camera like this all the time. And yeah, the whole thing really started to climb uphill when I released How I Make a Comic Part 1 and then Part 2. That's my most viewed video ever, with over 127,000 hits, almost going to 128,000. That's amazing how people can nowadays can take that video seriously. I was an amateur, a very bad amateur, talking to the camera and my editing and all that. So it's a weird ass video, but I'm gonna keep it up there. And a lot of you guys subscribe to me because of that video, so I guess that's kind of okay. I remember in the end of every video in these early works, I would have a little preview or announce my next video, what it's going to be. Yeah, talking about my old school books, drawing of Magabon. Yeah, and then the Halloween specials. Yeah, ever since '09. Let's see. I will start filming the Halloween special on the 17th for this year. So get ready for that. So okay, that's it for this thing. I'm just reading off of my notes because Lord knows I forget. So let's start talking about stories of what happened at Comic-Cons. The Comic-Con, SenjiCon, and the 24-hour comics things. So these are stories that I didn't have had a chance to tell you. So, okay, Rose City. It was my first convention selling at a major city. You know, I was traveling by myself. I had to pay for my hotel room and everything. Taxi cabs, back and forth to my hotel and to the convention center. It went smoothly, surprisingly. And with those kind of trips, I'm the type of person that gets nervous and, you know, and my so nervous that my stomach doesn't want to be my friend. But surprisingly, I was more excited than nervous, and everything went smoothly. But there were some funny stuff that happened during the con. You know, I didn't sell a lot, and I remember when it was first started. I mean, when it was starting, when it was just beginning. One person went by. It was a guy dressed in a very skin-tight Deadpool costume. So he was walking along confidently. He was like this. Looked at my table, and then as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh man, my first customer, a guy in a Deadpool costume. So I went out of my way to be a little confident. So I leaned my hands against the table, and I'm like, you see anything you like, Deadpool? Then all he did was this. And then the jackass just walked away confidently. He was like a mime. I was like, you stupid jackass. You made me act all confident for no reason. For that, I'm not going to watch Deadpool. I'm not going to watch that movie, because it'll remind me of your stupid ass. Button Man. Oh boy. Button Man. Okay, this guy. Since I was selling my buttons, my little teeny tiny Jeff and Taylor buttons, for like $1 each, it was a grown ass man, and he was digging through my buttons box, and he was like, "Ooh, buttons, buttons," and then I told him they're $1 each, and then he's like, "You're kidding," and then he saw my prices. They are $1. And so he walked off. You're the only person that charges for buttons. And then he walked off. Something like that. It's like, what? What am I supposed to do? I paid almost $400 for that stupid ass button maker. I have to make my money back. It's like, man, these guys expecting everything for free. It's not like I'm charging $10 per button. That's asinine. Right now, I lowered the price to 25 cents. And that sold more. So I think that's gonna stay 25 cents. But yeah, I mean, my business made money with these conventions, so I actually made money back with that purchase, the button maker that I have up in my closet right there in the box, the stupid ass box that has JT on it. I'm not gonna throw away that box because it's perfect. It has JT on it, Jeff and Taylor, you know. So yeah, Button Man, he was not the brightest guy. Like I told you in that other video, the super Christian guy who handed out those anti-masturbation flyers, as soon as I saw it, I was disgusted and offended because of the imagery that was in there. It's like there's drawings. There's an overweight guy holding his badly drawn penis. Okay, I was like, oh, crumpled it up, gonna throw it away, and I'm like, no. I'm gonna show it to my friend Paul, because you know he likes these effed up things. He likes these kind of stuff. So I show it to him as soon as I went back home and work. He looked at it, laughed his ass off, and kept it. So to show his other buddies. It's all crumpled up and stuff, and I got the guy's. I don't have the wallet with me, but I got the guy's business card. You know, he calls himself a prophet. I just drew devil horns on him, and then I wrote, "Make me money." So yeah, it's a crazy story, but I talked about it on Facebook, and then an acquaintance of mine, she actually looked up the website, and it turned out it's a big elaborate joke called Save Oregon from Hell. It's like, well, hey, look, fellas, who's the goose? It's JFM. Mr. Thursday Night. I'm recording this on Thursday, but it will be uploaded on Friday. I'm just saying that. And the weird taxi driver. The last day when I was being driven to Rose City for Sunday, there was this weird taxi driver. I mean, he was nice and everything. He was interested. He was enthusiastic that I told him that I was a comic book author. And then he was like, man, you have to make a comic about my dream, man. This is my dream. It's like this whole... I met the Antichrist. And he put a curse on me that my own shit came alive. And it kept attacking me, and all I do and all I smell, all I see is shit. And I was like, okay. Yeah. So, no, I'm not gonna do that for you, man. Nah. I'm sorry. I mean, I had to give him a tip for that wonderful story, but no, it's not gonna be a comic. Okay. So there you have it. That's a Weird Taxi Driver guy. SenshiCon. Not a lot of weird stuff happened in SenshiCon, which I am thankful for. And since it's a semi-local event, I mean, it's in a different town in the state, different city, I should say. Let's see. Everything went well. I actually made money. I sold more there because these Alaskans, they are not used to seeing stuff like Jeff and Taylor. In fact, a few people there stopped by and looked at my banner and said, It's like, oh man, this is a very unique art style. I've never seen anything like this before. So yeah, it was cool to hear people say that. Not a lot of compliments in Portland, you know. I'm just kidding. So big thanks to Nico and Shuzo. If you guys are watching this video, big thanks to you guys. I gave you guys free posters. So for being Jeff and Taylor fans. And I think that's it. That's all the stories that happened in Anchorage. Well, there was this one kind of crazy incident that happened in the airport. When I was getting ready to come back home after SenshiCon, there was this weird dude ahead of me. Some bearded guy with a hat. So we were going through security. Not a lot of people. But I remember the TSA lady, you know, she was young and all that, but apparently the guy had stuff in his pockets when you're not supposed to, and then all I heard was her saying in a serious tone, "I'm not kidding. Put everything out of your pockets, sir. Put everything out of your pockets." And then I looked at them. Then the guy was like, "Okay, yeah." It's like, oh man, he's mental. He's a mental case, man. I thought a bomb was gonna go off, and then I would die. Jeff and Taylor would die. Then the world would be a much worse place if Jeff and Taylor would have gone. But I don't know what was going on there, but thankfully he wasn't a terrorist or anything like that. You know, he was white, by the way. Okay, I'm just saying that because when people hear terrorist, they automatically assume a Muslim guy, which is stupid. Anybody can be a terrorist. A baby can be a terrorist. Okay, a dog can be a terrorist. No, okay, well, whatever. So I'm happy that I made it home safely and all that. Okay. 24-hour comics, the thing that happened last Saturday. It went well. I only made... I only went through 75% of the way. Drew 24 pages. Inked only 13. And I think that I would have made it if I hadn't chatted with people all the time and took breaks. But yeah. I was going to say something funny about that. What was it? Oh yeah. Well, a little bit of insecurity in my end. I've been noticing the people there. A lot of them were very funny. They were cartoonists, of course they had to be funny. But, you know, they were so quick with their jokes, so witty. And that kind of made me feel a bit sad because I'm not like that. I'm not witty. I'm not a comedian. I'm not funny. So I'm like thinking to myself, man, I'm probably the only comic book author who actually draws, who makes this humorous comic that's not really funny in real life. So yeah, I'm not witty or anything. I noticed. I really noticed because at the very end, I was gonna tell Jamie Smith something. Everybody has, or I should say, the people who completed the 24 challenge, the 24-page challenge, whatever, they get a certificate. So I kind of wanted to joke around with Jamie and say this. I was gonna say, what the heck, don't I get a certificate? And then he's like, only if you complete the challenge you get the certificate. And then I'm like, okay, I was just testing you, because I do not agree with participation trophies. I may be a no good left-leaning liberal, but I don't believe in participation trophies and all that. All I got was silence. He didn't react to that. So that's what I get for actually thinking of or pre-planning a joke. So yeah, it sucks. Really sucks to be me. Okay, that's enough of the stories. I was gonna say some other stuff. Alright, let's talk about some interesting stuff, interesting videos that happen. Man, I see a lot of videos that went private, like my Jeff Adventure paintings. I don't have that on public anymore. Carnage vs. Kyle FSW, that's in private, because really, what's the point? I ought to watch that. Yeah, I remember all these character in-depth videos, these vlogs, the week-long marathon shite that happened. A lot of good memories. A lot of bad ones too, because 2009 was a terrible year for me. 2010 was okay. 2011 was cozy. 2012, the beginning of 2012 was also cozy, because I didn't have a job. I was still in Washington, and I just stayed in my apartment and drew all day. But I remember at the time, I was very sad that I didn't get to have a job and actually interact with people. So, I need balance in my life. I need to go out and do stuff, while at the same time stay here and do the most I can. Which is why, starting on the 10th, which is this Saturday, October 10th, I am going to do my own little marathon. I'm going to wake up early. Maybe I'll start around 8 in the morning, then go all the way till 12 midnight, and see how many pages I sketch. I'm going to work on episode 11 from scratch, start to finish. In fact, I should be working on some thumbnails right now, after this is all done. Probably when all this is being uploaded, I will do that. And, just focus on it. I'm going to disconnect the internet. Just focus on it. Because, man, I have to light a fire in my ass and just do the work. I took a long enough break, I'm a big fan of boxing, and my break from making comics kind of reminds me of this boxer named Andre Ward. He is one of the best, or if not the very best boxer right now. He's, 27, 28 and 0? Just the level of competition he beat and all that. Everybody says, man, he is good. But he took, a 21-month layoff? He hasn't fought anybody for 21 months. So everybody stopped talking about him. And then, well, recently in June he came back and won again. So he's still undefeated. You know, and I say he's the best because Floyd Mayweather is retired. Of course, according to my pound for pound list, Andre Ward is number 2. Roman Gonzalez is number 1. I mean, Gonzalez is a short little guy, but he's undefeated too, 43-0 with 37 knockouts, and he is a champion in 3 different weight divisions. Even though, unfortunately, it's a weight division, the small weight divisions that nobody pays attention to, especially in America. Americans don't pay attention to the smaller guys. You have to be in Asian countries to appreciate the smaller guys, because naturally, people in Asian countries are smaller. They're in that stature, you know. I'm just being truthful. Just, you know. But anyway, I digress. I'm just saying, if I stop making comics or take breaks or something like that, then people are just gonna forget about me. They're gonna forget about Jeff and Taylor, and I don't want that. I want Jeff and Taylor to be the next big thing, and I have my passion back. I look back. It was 10 years ago, 10 effing years ago, that I just started. I'm gonna start making a comic. Jeff and Taylor, episode 1, the very first one, the original, the one made with Crayola markers and colored pencils, and making everything based off of what I've learned in a Joe Kubert book. You know, Joe Kubert. You know, it was a how to make comics book. You know, and I learned from him. I learned how to make the thumbnails. I learned how, you know, step-by-step process, making the script, and all that. Thanks to that book, it made me inspired. It inspired me to actually, hey, I have this idea, Jeff and Taylor. I'm not going to animate it because animation takes too long. I want it done. I'm going to make a comic. So I got that. I think I got it for my birthday. And then all of a sudden, 1 month later, I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm just going to make Jeff and Taylor episode 1. That was 10 years ago when I was a sophomore in high school. Now, I'm starting episode 11. 11. According to my original schedule, ever since I released the website, it's 2015, so that means I should be at episode, let's see. Okay, wait a minute. 2012, 2013 is 24. I should be almost at, I should be about 45 episodes in, according to this little schedule. Maybe. You know, release an episode a month. And I'm like, enough is enough. I have to release these episodes frequently. I have to update the website frequently. I do my very best. I mean, I know I'm balancing a full-time job and everything, but, you know, who says I can't work my ass off in the weekends when I'm not working? Like, damn, I'm planning things. I mean, Jeff and Taylor is evolving. I want it to be a good show, a good comic, a good story, great characters, great plot, the whole kit and caboodle, however the saying goes. So yeah, I want it to be of high quality storytelling. I mean, you have shows like Gravity Falls and Steven Universe. Why are they so popular? I tell you why. Because they have amazing character development, great story. They're, you know, the story has continuity. The characters remember what happened in a previous episode. That's exactly what Jeff and Taylor is doing. I thought of that before the shows Gravity Falls and Steven Universe even aired. I just knew that type of storytelling will be successful. And those two shows, the two biggest shows on right now, proves that. So, yeah, in the future, when Gravity Falls and Steven Universe are gone, or have ended, Jeff and Taylor will be the next big thing. I mean, I want to see people reblogging on Tumblr about Jeff and Taylor GIFs and all that, and then drawing, talking about me and talking about what happens in the show and having fan art. I can't wait for that to happen. I want that to happen so badly. That's what I want out of life. I'll tell you. I've had my depressing spells in the past, and I will continue to be sad here and there. That because I'm just thinking about the stuff that I've wanted, and I fell short of my expectations. So yeah, I was gonna. What was I gonna say? I'm sorry for this video. I mean, I'm unscripted. I'm sure none of you guys don't mind, because you're talking to the real me. But what I want out of life is just to be a successful cartoonist. I want Jeff and Taylor and my other projects to be popular and to inspire people. And I don't want to make an assload of money or something like that. I just want to make a living off of it. Just, I want this to be my job 24/7. Of course, have a family, wife and kids, and just move to a nice house, a decent house, not a mansion. I can't handle a mansion. A decent house. And just enjoy life. And just for once in my life, be happy. Because when I'm productive, when I'm surrounded by people who love me, I'm happy. And I haven't felt happy in a very long time. An incredibly long time. So, that's it for this video. Happy 7th year anniversary to this channel. And I thank you guys for sticking with me. 1,900 subscribers in this measly little channel. When you have other guys that just rose to fame overnight, like Markiplier. I don't know how many subscribers he has. It's like maybe 4 million, 5 million. I don't know how he does it, but man, I'm just being myself. I guess people can relate to me. I'm just a struggling artist trying to make a mark in this world here. Trying to get myself known. Just trying to get. I don't want any controversies. I don't want to get in trouble or anything. So I just want to be inspiring, I guess. So yeah. I don't know. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you actually, listen to it and not get bored. I know I shouldn't be calling myself bored, and this is almost over 30 minutes long. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I really got to start writing my stuff down. God damn, man. So, there you have it. JFM out, and I'll see you guys later. Possibly in the Halloween special, possibly in another random vlog. So, I'll see you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'm gonna kick myself into gear on Saturday, and I'll let you guys know how I did. So, alright. JFM out. Goodbye.